Maida Coleman is here.
Group's here. Anyone else on the line?
Holzman's here.
Woohoo!
Kenny's here.
Good morning. Sylvie's here. Are the other commissioners already online?
Kenny's here.
Ruth, Kenny, and Holzman. Haven't heard from Maida yet.
All right.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, we will get started then. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the agenda meeting to order. Due to COVID, we're still conducting meetings via WebEx for the foreseeable future. Ask those that are participating on the call, please mute your phone unless you need to speak. First order of business is to approve the August 19th, 2020 agenda minutes. You all have seen those. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the agenda minutes from August 19th, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are approved 5-0. We also had closed minutes from that same day. You all have seen those. Are there any additions or corrections? All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the closed minutes for August 19th, 2020, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those minutes are also approved 5-0. Tariffs and new orders today. We have 6 of them, and then we have a closed discussion after that. So tariffs and new orders. First up, file number EE 2020-0411. This is in the matter of Union Electric Company, DBA Ameren Missouri's request for a variance regarding its Renewable Energy Standard Compliance Report. Ameren Missouri's requested a variance from subparagraph 1 of paragraph 1 of the Commission's rule covering the annual RES compliance report and RES compliance plan reporting requirements. Now, specifically, Ameren is seeking a variance from the subparagraph requiring specific information to be reported for the acquisition of electrical energy or renewable energy credits from resources not owned by the utility, like the facility name and owner, dates, and amounts of payments. So staff reviewed the request and the recommended variance and recommended that the variance be granted since the required information has been directly reported by the company, or staff can obtain it through the North American Renewables Registry, or it is not directly applicable to Ameren, Missouri. No other responses were received, so this order grants the variance for Ameren, Missouri's April 15, 2020 RES compliance report, and I recommend that we support the order as drafted version 2. Commissioner Kinney?
I am in support of the order.
Commissioner Roop?
I'm supporting as well.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number EO 2020-0214. This is in the matter of the third prudence review of Evergy Missouri West Inc. DBA Evergy Missouri West's RESRAM. Staff began its prudence review of Evergy Missouri West's third RESRAM on January 30th, 2020. On July 24th, staff filed its prudent report and indicated its review of the company's renewable energy standard rate adjustment mechanism for the January 1, 2018 through December 31st, 2019 period, and found no imprudence costs. No other responses were received, so this order accepts staff's full report and directs the file to be closed. I recommend we support the order as drafted version 1. Commissioner Kinney?
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop?
I will be voting yes on the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I am in support.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number AO 2020-0237. This is in the matter of the application of Empire District Electric Company and Liberty Utilities Missouri Water LLC, DBA Liberty Utilities, for variances to enable the deployment of advanced metering infrastructure for electric and water customers. So this order approves the tariff sheets filed by the Empire District Electric Company and Liberty Utilities, which explain the company's default procedure for handling customers' requests to opt out of AMI meters. For those locations with an AMI meter already installed, the companies will disable two-way communication. Non-AMI meters will continue to be an option as long as those meters are available. Staff reviewed the tariff requests and recommended they be approved. No other responses were received, so I recommend we support the order as drafted version 2. Commissioner Kinney?
I support the order.
Commissioner Roop?
As do I.
Commissioner Coleman?
I support the order.
And Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 2 say aye. Aye.
Aye.
The order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number WR 2020-0264. This is in the matter of Raytown Water Company's request for annual operating revenue increase. Raytown Water Company requested an increase in its rates and a review under the Commission's staff-assisted rate case procedure. Raytown serves a little over 6,500 customers in and around Raytown, Missouri. Staff performed an audit of the company's books and records and reviewed customer service and business practices. Staff also inspected the company's facilities and performed a review of its operations. Earlier this month, staff filed a unanimous disposition and agreement between staff, Raytown, and the Public Counsel that resolved all issues in the case. So under the terms of the agreement, Raytown would issue a tariff sheet to allow for a revenue increase of $482,575. Staff's analysis indicates that an average residential increase would see their monthly water bills increase from approximately $39.75 to $45.18. Raytown also agrees to implement improvements in its billing process and file a new case before the commission concerning financing for system improvements. This order approves the agreement and the 4 tariff sheets in the company's PSC number 5 tariff. I support the order as drafted version 3. Commissioner Kinney,
I support the order as well.
Commissioner Root,
I am supporting.
Commissioner Coleman,
As am I.
and Commissioner Holzman.
I support the order.
All right, all those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 3, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Next up, file number WA 2019-0299. This is in the matter of the application of Confluence Rivers Utility Operating Company, Inc. for authority to acquire certain water and sewer assets and for a certificate of convenience and necessity. The report and order approves Confluence River Utilities Operating Company's application to acquire the Port Perry Service Company water and sewer systems. Now, the commission conducted an evidentiary hearing in this case, but then conducted additional hearings to establish the net book value of Port Perry since it was relevant to the terms of the purchase agreement between Confluence and Port Perry, and the determination of whether the transaction would be detrimental to the public interest, which the commission finds the transfer not detrimental. So Confluence has met the Tartan factors, so I support the report and order that authorizes Port Perry to transfer its assets to Confluence, establishes the net book value for the systems, and grants Confluence certificates of convenience and necessity to provide water and sewer service. So I support this order as drafted version 3. Commissioner Kinney?
Yes, we've dealt with this in numerous occasions. I'm happy to support the final outcome. I think it's in the best interest, so I support the order.
Great. Commissioner Root?
I am supporting the order.
Commissioner Coleman?
I am in support.
And Commissioner Holzman. Commissioner Holzman, you were kind of jumbled. You want to try again?
I support the order.
There you
I
go.
support the order.
All right, appreciate it. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 3, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. Final report and order today is file number WR 2020-0344. This is in the matter of Missouri American Water Company's request for authority to implement general rate increase for water and sewer service provided in the Missouri service areas. So this order sets the test year and adopts a procedural schedule. Now, I know that Missouri American proposed a future test year, but after reviewing the many filings from the parties, including the joint response opposing a future test year and the recommended a historic test year, but allowing the party opportunities to present adjustments similar to a future test year. This would be similar to the test year we adopted in Missouri American's last general rate case, and I support this option. Now, I'm not closing the door, at least in my mind, on a future test year at some point, but in this case, we've reached an option that has no opposition, so I would support that decision. This order adopts a test year for the 12-month period ending December 2019, with an update period of 6 months ending in June 2020, and a true-up period of the 6 months ending December 2020. So in addition, the parties may make specific adjustments to the June 30th, 2020 known and measurable revenue requirement calculation. This order also sets a procedural schedule with an evidentiary hearing set for the weekdays beginning on February 22nd and lasting through March 5th. So I support this order as drafted version 1. Commissioner Kinney?
I'm sympathetic to the company's desire to move towards a future test year, and I know we've had some discussions on that, and other states do it. However, especially considering the COVID situation, I don't think now is the time to do it. And I agree with you, all the other parties are in agreement, so I support the order as written.
Okay. Commissioner Roop?
Yeah, I echo Commissioner Kenny's comments as well. I would like to start moving to the future test year, but the fact that the the company is now on board with the modifications that's been proposed by staff and OPC. I'll be supporting.
Okay. Commissioner Coleman
For those same reasons, I will be in support.
and Commissioner Holzman.
I support the chairman's position.
All right. All those in favor of approving the order as drafted version 1, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That order is approved 5-0. So that concludes reports and orders today. We do have a closed item to go into, but before we do that, let's look at scheduling moving forward. Wednesday, September 2nd, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, September 9th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, September 16th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, September 23rd, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Thursday, September 24th, evidentiary hearing EC 2020-0252. That's Edwards v. Evergy, Missouri West at 9 a.m. in room 310. Judge Jacobs presiding. The hearing will be in person, although some participants may be joining via WebEx. Wednesday, September 30th, agenda at 10:15 a.m. And Wednesday, September 30th through Thursday, October 1st, an evidentiary hearing is set in EU 2020-0350. That's Evergy's application for an AAO to record and preserve costs related to COVID-19 expenses. That's at 9 a.m. in room 310, also with Judge Jacobs presiding. Are there any questions, comments, or requests regarding scheduling through October 1st? Okay, hearing none, we do need to go into closed session under section 610.021 sub 1 for litigation. I will make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Group seconds.
Seconded, I believe.
Your
First,
Honor, Chairman,
Yep.
did we say 1 for litigation, or did you say the subpart for contract?
I did not say the subpart for contracts, but if I need to, I will say so now. Closed
Could
session.
you go ahead and, if you have that at the bottom, it's the bottom of the agenda notation, if you see that.
I don't see that, but I will make, let me look at the official.
1 second, and I'll pull up the agenda for the subpart.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yes. So this will be for all of those sections? Are we having a discussion that will encompass all of those?
No, just contracts.
Just litigation and contracts under 610.021 sub 12. So litigation under 610.021 sub 1 and contracts under 610.021 sub 12. So that is my motion. I believe, Commissioner Holzman, were you the first to second?
I was, but it's okay. Group wants it.
You were first.
I
That's
was
how,
the second.
That's how it works. So seconded by Commissioner Holzman. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That motion is approved 5-0. We will go into closed session as soon as we can clear the line, and then we will adjourn immediately after that. So hold momentarily while we clear the line.